Leone and in international circles. I finished my undergraduate degree in 1972, and I joined the Central Bank, and I rose up to the level of the position of Deputy Director of Research. So I've been doing a lot of research work, both at national and at international level. And then I left the Central Bank and joined the Commonwealth Secretariat, started off as a senior economics officer in 1991 to 1994. And then I came back in 1997 when the war broke out in Sierra Leone. And then I rose to the level of Chief Economics Officer at the Commonwealth Secretariat. And then in Sierra Leone, in 1994, I was called to manage the Ministry of Finance. The very first time that somebody who's not a civil servant has been called to manage the Ministry of Finance. But
as minister or
no, as a financial secretary, like a permanent secretary.
Okay.
So 1994. So I came there, but I was also managing the World Bank Structural Adjustment Program. I was a manager, so I combined the two offices. Because at that time it was necessary. Whilst we were pursuing the war, it was important that we did not lose the country. We did not lose the lives of the people as well. So we needed structural adjustment programs that will help us soften the impact of the war. So I managed that 1994 until 1997, when actually the war escalated, and so we all ran. And that's when I came back to the Commonwealth Secretariat as a second leg. And then in 2001, I was in the Commonwealth Secretariat as Chief Economics Officer when I was recalled by the Tijani Kabah government to come back again and run the Ministry of Finance, again as Financial Secretary, just to pursue the programs and all the rest of it. I was in that position until 2006. Then I left and went to the IMF and joined there as alternate executive director, representing 22 African countries at Constituency Group 1. And I was there on the board with staff working. 2007, the present president, Anisba Nkrumah, won the elections, and then he summoned me to come back. So I came back. Readily I came back. I did not wait to finish my time at the IMF, so I just had to come because I thought I needed to do more for Sierra Leone than even for the IMF when I was there. Now, when I came, unfortunately, I was not a registered voter, so I could not become the intended position, which was Minister of Finance and Economic Development. So I was posted to the Central Bank as governor, which was my base and all the rest of it. So I was there in 1998, 2008 and 2009 March. And then the president finally, when I registered, I came to the Ministry of Finance as Minister of Finance, and I was there until 2012. And during that process, I pioneered two important programs, poverty and growth programs, Agenda for Change and Agenda for Prosperity. And then the president thought it fit in 2007 to send me to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And here I've been there, and I thought this was a very appropriate challenge for me, because I thought in all countries the foreign service needs to be strong. It needs to work very hard, because it is the eye of any country. A lot of international cooperation normally is channeled to the foreign ministry. So I've been there since 2000 since November 2000, actually December 2012. Now I'm a little bit over 1 year, and I've just completed the first ever transformation strategy for the entire foreign service of Sierra Leone. Because there is no way you can position a foreign ministry within the context of modern diplomacy and international cooperation without having a roadmap. So I've just completed and just presented a copy to the president.